stream this way. No, don't make me cry. Oh my god. Hello everyone and welcome to D&D Thursdays. No. Oh my god. I can do this. I can regain my composure. Hello everyone, welcome to our Thursday D&D stream. Thank you so much for all those subscriptions. Oh, I need a paper bag. I need something to breathe in. Oh, I'm fine. Oh god. What? Ah! First, hello to Gray and Diz and Dark and Inari. I hope you're having a great day. Scrubs, thank you. Thank you for subscribing for 40 months. Oh my god. With the message, 40 months in the Pear Wiggler, getting toot sprayed, so moist. Well, I'm sorry, Champer Damper, but you're stuck here forever. Get used to the moisture. Thank you for all those gifted subs, Scrubs and Osen. Oh. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm okay. Hello, Way. You, listen. Thursday is D&D night. No one can steal your D from you. You get it back. Oh my god, y'all. Hello, Saber. Yes, I do absolutely love the music we use on this channel. It is all from a composer named Vindsvept, Vindsvept. He does really good copyright-free fantasy music, and we absolutely love him over here. I'm trying to gain my composure. Oh, hello, Cave. How are you doing? Oh, Cave, they gave me subscriptions, and I've been so stressed and busy with the move. They've broken me. It's fine. You guys know the drill. If we're not ignoring you on Thursdays, chat and audio just belongs to the party. We will be typing away as usual. This is gonna be our last D&D session for 2 weeks, so we're gonna make it count. Let's go ahead and join our party. I hope they're not saying anything bad. Here we go. Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Nothing happened.
What? What did you? I was gone for 10 minutes. What'd you do?
Nothing. I peed on the floor. Sorry.
Again?
Oh wait, are we not telling her about the thing? I broke a vase.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
shit. No, I didn't break a vase.
I'm running out of vases.
He actually broke a vase.
A
Not
vase, the expensive
vase.
one. Yeah.
The
The one you
vase.
keep in a hallway. Who keeps a vase like that in a hallway anyway?
looks
Why do you
nice.
keep it
Yeah.
right next to a
Don't
hall?
judge my hallway aesthetic.
It's by a
Keep it
door.
next to the door. Like
Yeah.
you turn. That's too close.
I'll think of rearranging it when I get a new one. Because you broke it.
When you get a new door? Oh, okay.
You broke the door?
No.
No,
Like,
I
you
broke
stop
the door.
yelling at the board. You're scaring them.
What? I can't. You told me I can't practice my karate on my party members anymore, so I gotta use the fucking door.
Why not use the cushions?
Because
Someone else
it's
was
not the
fucking
same.
cushions.
It doesn't
Yeah.
feel the same.
That
It
reminds
don't
me. I
react
broke
the same way. Yeah.
the lock to the bathroom.
We have a bathroom?
Not
Where have you
anymore.
been? Where have you been
We have a
pooping?
bathroom. We don't have a lock on the bathroom.
We've had a
I-
bathroom.
Psyche,
That's
you know
where
I-
Tizcam finds all his money.
It's a Richie bathroom. She's got a very bougie bathroom, y'all.
Listen, the bathroom is a place of peace.
It really is. That's why I have even bougie hand soap.
Yeah.
If you're not using Bath and Body Works hand soap, F. F in
I
the
know,
chat.
right? So for today's session, please introduce yourself. Tell us what kind of hand soap scent you like and what your character you think likes. Take it away, Bevan.
Hi guys, my name's Beavin.
Yeah.
I play Corbin Blur of the new Legend Port Blurs. And I'm a real big fan of either, and it's a weird spectrum. Like a really apple-y hand soap,
Ooh.
or we have this one nerdy hand soap company we get a lot of soap from, and they have one that smells like engine grease. Oh my gosh.
What?
It smells so nice.
What do you think? What do you think Corvin would like?
That soap that Tyler Durden makes.
Yes! The lye that like burns through.
No.
Okay.
All soap uses
People
lye.
soap, let's go.
Listen.
That was stolen from the liposuction place.
Oh,
Hell
okay,
yeah.
okay,
All
okay.
for it. You know what? I like Corvin a lot better now. Me
Corvin
personally, I don't know if
would.
Luya will. I like it.
Go ahead, Diz. Take it away.
Okay, hi, I'm Diz. Welcome in, everybody. Hi, all you D&Ders. Everybody that gifted sub to Psyche's channel, thank you because she's fucking amazing.
No. No.
Okay, guys, so I run the dive. You can find me over at twitch.tv/DizCam, where, you know, we play games and do dumb stuff. And I have Myers Clean Day. It is the best soap. I don't give a shit what anybody says. I don't care about your French, fragrancy little things. No, this stuff smells clean and woodsy and amazing at the same time. It's badass. The best. Go ahead.
What-
On to you, guys.
What would Luya do though?
Oh, he doesn't need soap.
Luya has to use soap. Wait,
Luya
no.
needs to use soap, okay?
Wait.
He sticks his hands in chamber pots.
Yeah, but
No.
he would get like just some lye, you know, like some old, neighborhood lye.
You can lie, it'll eat it away. It's hydrogen. It's sodium hydroxide.
Dawn
It's
Power Wash
incredibly
is only
basic.
Dawn Power
It's
Wash.
it is
Yes.
literally about as basic as it gets.
I love it when you get our DM upset.
Luya would definitely use dish soap.
Luya doesn't wash his hands. Luya licks his fingers.
Oh, I hate it. Ray,
Onto
take
the-
it away and tell us your favorite soap and your character's favorite soap.
Okay, hi, I'm Grey Gnarl. I
Hi.
stream usually on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Usually a lot of ocean and space games. It just kind of happened. I play Coldus Blashur. He is a tiefling fighter, soldier, many other things. I am our current note taker. May or may not be a recovering drug addict.
But he probably is.
Probably.
Yeah, recovering is
We'll figure it out
On
later.
the path to recovery.
Yeah.
He's on
Yeah.
Suboxone.
God damn it.
Doing your pharmacist jokes. As far as soap, I personally, because I work at a machine shop, I get oil and grease on my hands a lot, and fucking
that's citrus.
Gojo. No, like just
Oh.
Gojo, which is
Hell yeah.
like it's like sandpaper, but it's
Yeah.
soap.
It
It
is.
is
It's got
so
silica
nice.
in it. I keep
Yeah.
some under my sink because
Hell
I'm a homeowner now, and it happens to cause a lot of hands getting really dirty like that.
I too have it under my sink in my kitchen and my bathroom because I drive a pile of shit truck and I have to work on it all the time. So that stuff gets everything out. Gojo, not sponsored.
Not a
not
sponsor,
sponsored,
but
can be.
could be.
We wouldn't.
As far as Coldus, honestly, whatever, that honestly kind of probably Gojo. Whatever the industrial slash clean up messes that you probably shouldn't have on your hands, i.e. a lot of blood.
So he's like, he uses the Doom method, which is you don't bathe there, you scrub your ass with sand.
No. And what?
Scrape it off, yeah.
What? Oh god.
Andy, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, hi, I'm Subraninus, your local shit stain, but not in the way these people are talking about today. I stream over at twitch.tv/superandiness. Right now we're doing a Pokemon randomizer Nuzlocke, and my starter is Suicune. It's been a fun time. I play Rose. I think I said that, but if I didn't, I play Rose. Her mouth should be moving right now. Also, I did that. I made that stuff. I use Bath & Body Works Cactus Blossom, but Rose would absolutely use Dawn dish soap because it's the best thing that I know of to get like oil off of hands, besides like sandpaper stuff.
Hell yeah. And she's an artificer. It makes sense.
Artificial.
Artificer.
Yeah. Hello everyone, my name is PsycheSiren. You've already found me, good job. I play Colette, our cleric tiefling who just tries her best to keep everyone alive. Whatever means necessary. My favorite soap, is the Bath and Body Works, Champagne Toast scent.
Nice.
It's so good. It's my favorite. It's so freaking good. Colette, however, I feel like she would like warm sugar vanilla scents, so I'll say that for her. Not so much flowery stuff. She likes like stuff that smells like a baked good, you know. But yeah, take it away, Teeth.
Well, hello. You have found the stream. Congratulations. My name is Teeth Whitener, and you can find me wherever.
No, not your tire. No.
Where you can find me wherever teeth whitening products are sold. Usually on the toothpaste aisle of your Walmart, Kroger, or other unlisted grocery store. This is the Mark of Agog campaign, specifically the Phoenix Squadron campaign. There is another campaign. We have had some difficulty with scheduling, mostly because of me. In fact, entirely because of me. But there is another campaign. Eventually, it will be posted to the internet, and maybe one day, when I'm not working all the time and packing and garbage, that will be happening. So yes, the episode for today is chapter 4, Brescia, specifically episode 31, Myles von Stahlberg. The epigraph, I haven't done one of those in a while, for tonight is: our people weep tonight, theirs will wail tomorrow.
Oh.
From the Soldier of the Steel Mountain.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's foreboding.
I don't feel so good.
Did you do something? What's wrong?
I don't feel so good, Mr.
So
Stark.
It's time for a recap, I would say.
Oh, yes. So, in our jokes last week about, what would Coldus's, notebook be called? I came up with a really dumb one that I may or may not keep. Let's see how
If it's dumb, I think it's appropriate because I think Coldus thinks he's a lot cooler than he actually is.
Exactly.
Oh,
Well, this is literally Buzz Lightyear from the Lightyear movie.
Yeah.
Is it like your general's log or
No,
the Codex?
Vlog.
the call that's better. If we were sci-fi, that is
I like
exactly what it
Codex.
would be. I was just gonna call it general knowledge.
That's pretty cute too.
There's puns. He's a general. Haha.
Yeah, I got it.
All right. So, in the previous episode, we found out about the smoke breathers. They are the personal guards and personal taskmasters of the Emperor. They act on their own and have no connection to other governing bodies. They have power right below that of the Variant Emperor, and they can supersede control of any government body beneath them. The smoke breathers are very secretive. Their identities are all unknown. Soren asks us to speak with a Baroness Ferlin in the Lightning Keep. She may be useful in keeping an eye on the higher-ups in the city. We are to have her meet Soren in the inn where we went to the play on our first night. Here, we are given a coded message to tell her. Luya requests to have the floor with Soren to ask about his own dealings, and the rest of us leave the room. Luya asks to have feelers put out for his daughter. In exchange for information, Soren is asking for a favor to be owed. At the time of fulfillment, there are to be no bartering of terms, only the fulfillment of the deal. On our walk back to the house, we ran into a man with a branch-like scar who bumps into us, and after a quick bout of suspicion, we had Luya give chase. The man managed to evade Luya, and we let it slide, having much more important things to prepare for. We returned home and got ready for our meeting with the Duke. We awoke early, we dressed, and then boarded the carriage and rode up to the Lightning Keep just as the storm was rolling in. When we arrived, lightning struck the castle, carrying down along the walls and fence, electrifying it. We approach what looked to be a stone golem, who then greeted us. We offer our summons and are allowed inside. When we get in and out of the rain, we see a short, plump woman waiting to greet us. She introduces herself to us as Baroness Ferlin, and then guides us to the antechamber, where we will meet the Duke. A young boy enters into the room and leads us even farther into a throne room, where a man sits awaiting us, silver hair and piercing eyes. We introduce ourselves, and he watches us for a long moment, before smiling and welcoming us as guests, and announcing that we are to join him for a feast before we speak of our endeavors. We arrive to a dining hall filled with people of all sorts, eating, talking, and having a lovely time. The Duke does not appear during the feast, and an attendant appears and welcomes us to the Feast of Friends. Also, while there, we look about for familiar faces, and the only one we find is one of Colonel Johann, who previously Coldus had not had the best conversation with, or left the best impression, let's say. But that is where we left off. Teeth, the floor is yours.
Okay, so you make eye contact with Colonel Johann, who more or less scowls at you. And well, that's that. You can do what you want from here on out. The feast is ending, and very soon you will likely be summoned back to the Duke's quarters.
I'm gonna look around and just kind of meander and see where I can get, and see if I can get my nose into things I'm not supposed to be saying. Looking around the room, eyeballing people, listening to conversations, maybe. That kind of a thing. See if I hear anything.
I literally thought you were to say, I'm just gonna go around and meow.
Okay. So what are you trying? Like, there's so many people here.
Yeah, no, I'm just, walking through, greeting people, waving, like, hi, how you doing? And just kind of keep going. Just kind of walking around the outside wall, seeing if I hear anything come up in conversations that they are having that maybe I'm not supposed to hear, and that kind of thing.
Well, you hear general discussion. So, as is usually the case with any place in public that you find, people are discussing the presumably pending Advarian siege of the city, given the fact that they have already attempted to conquer this entire country and have done a pretty good job of doing so. The last major stronghold of the region has fallen, might save Risha itself, which has never fallen. But there is concern that the tides may turn. You hear discussion. There is no discussion of any battle tactics, although there are soldiers present, such as the aforementioned Colonel Johann. Most people are just talking about, if they're talking about anything at all, they're talking about that. But there is, if you roll an insight check, actually.
Okay, doc. Yeah. 16. Insight is what? Hold on. What is insight?
Wisdom.
Eyes work. Wisdom. Oh, well, then only 2. So 18 for insight.
Well, I'll just say this.
Okay.
In the majority of the conversations you hear, there seems to be a sense that they're not discussing this. So there are a few people who are outright discussing it. These people seem to be, from what you can tell, newcomers to the city, specifically either transients or they're like refugees who have just been, uprooted from their lives and forced to come here. But none of the locals want to talk about it. There's a distinct lack of conversation. And you can tell they're locals based upon the fact that, they're dressed like the majority of the people you've seen around town. In addition to the, soldiers don't seem to want to talk about it, and there's just a general seeming denial of any kind of real threat coming. They talk about, instead, the weather. They talk about restaurants and pubs they've been to. They talk about finds they found at the what's it called?
Market, whatever, thrift store.
The Half-Lance Square. Talk about the most recent play that they've seen. Things that they're discussing in university, general hospitality of the Duke, stuff like that. They're talking about everything except.
Okay, yeah, all right. So they're afraid. Dun dun dun. Gotcha. Okay. Well, then, other than that, I'm just gonna be, meandering around, touching walls, seeing if anything is off about the place. Maybe there's
touching walls.
Just literally, just kind of put my hand on walls, touching things on tables. If I get lucky, noticing things.
You don't find anything because.
Okay, perfect.
You don't find anything. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, perfect. That's my turn done. I'm done.
Anybody else? No one else wants to hob on any knobs?
Do you feel like hopping on any knobs?
Who, Corbin?
You guys knob hopping? What's going on over here?
Corbin is probably all life of the party like Kaylee at the frickin' Ball and Firefly. Corbin's like, oh man, and that guy couldn't tell the difference between a metatarsal and a metacarsal. And they're like, what? Phalanges.
Phalanges?
And they're like, what?
What's a phalange?
This guy over here doesn't have quite a funny bone. And they're,
So is Corbin bombing?
Is he bombing?
Probably.
Corbin is no longer allowed to open mic night. All right, so
I thought this was a bit of a hip joint. Whoa.
Oh
Please
no.
tell me they pull out a hip bone when they say that.
No. Ow. That one hurt.
Please.
or make some minor illusion of a hip bone.
Yeah.
All right. Does anyone want to do anything before we progress, or
does anyone want to do anything less stupid than what
did I miss?
did?
What's the stupid thing?
Oh, roll it for initiative.
Bevan was making bone jokes and no one was laughing.
Yeah.
So I decided to really show them who's laughing now.
Fireball.
Progress the dang story.
Yeah. I think we're all just kind of milling about, making small talk, either with each other or with some of the guests. But we're all here for the Duke, specifically.
Duke.
Want to see old Dookie.
Duke of oil.
Okay, well, after about half an hour of waiting, you receive a tap on the shoulder from a man dressed in silvery blue garb. You called us specifically.
Hello.
It is time.
Oh yes, of course. Everyone, this is time. I start like going to everyone, getting their attention. Come, we have business to take care of.
Colette's like got food in her mouth. So she just nods.
That's like, what?
Listen, there's really delicious goodies here.
Colette, stop putting baked goods in your purse. We have to go.
Listen, we're on the road so often. It's nice to be in a good establishment. You just hear her trail off, stuffing things in her sack, you know.
Corbin's like, we haven't been on the road in like a week.
Do you remember our time in the swamps?
Yeah.
Just don't put it in the bag of holding, or the sack of holding.
in that swamps.
There's a body in that bag.
Oh my god, that's right.
I'm sorry, what?
Does
Yeah,
Rose over
there's a
here?
body.
No, she doesn't know about the body,
Rose
I think.
doesn't
That was
know about the
before
body.
her.
I'm saving it for later when we need help.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just all right.
Emergency
You know what?
body.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be a fresh corpse, right?
It just needs to be a corpse.
That's not even the weirdest thing I've heard today. Let's just. All right. All right.
It's just cupcakes and corpses, all down. That's all she
Cupcakes
stuffed in
and
there.
corpses.
Cupcakes, of course.
It's a new kids game.
Cave Sink. Sorry, I don't know how my favorite things go, but I was about to.
But yeah, Teeth, we go.
Yes.
He leads
I
you
will
around a
follow.
corner to a wall that has another silvery blue garbed soldier standing in front of it. The soldier takes a spear with something oddly shaped at the bottom of it. He slams it into an appropriately sized hole in the ground.
Sorry.
Are you okay there?
Yeah, fine.
They just said
Look.
hole in the ground.
I just said hole in the ground. I didn't say penis goes in vagina or something.
I just laughed. I'm sorry.
You've been
Okay.
playing too many of them H games, like.
Oh.
She's been playing too much Conan with the penises.
We don't have
and...
to talk about my Conan
Hey
habits.
now. To
Okay.
be fair, it's been mostly titties, so.
Andy.
But
Anyway, so he takes his spear, the butt end of it, puts it in. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Psyche, be an adult.
Puts it into an appropriately sized. How do I even say this without like eliciting some sort of
You can't.
childish?
You can't. Just do it. Yeah, just
Yeah,
Do it.
He takes his stick, puts it in the ground, twists it, and it opens up a door.
Yes.
It activates a mechanism. Thank
You
you.
guys are still on this? Jesus Christ! It's like, God. Go read some of your smut books and calm down. Fuck.
Is that gonna
Oh.
calm her down, or is that just gonna rile her up?
Well, take care of business while you're reading, like Psyche. We've got an adventure now. Come on.
I haven't said anything. All I did was laugh.
Sometimes laughter speaks louder.
So what happens after Teeth?
Okay. So it opens up a chamber that the guard ushers you through quickly. The guard with the staff, you catch from the corner of your eye sight of him untwisting it and removing the staff from the ground, and the door opens just as quickly as it shut. Or strike that, reverse it. You're now in a stairwell that is much the same, or perhaps the exact same one you were in before. There's no way to know because it's unmarked, apart from the torch sconce that is on the wall and unoccupied. The guard leads you upwards until eventually you reach the same mostly empty chamber with only a handful of guards scattered about. One thing is different, however. The Duke has at his side somebody whispering something in his ear. And roll a perception check.
All of us, or just one of us?
Whoever's at the front.
That's usually called this.
Yeah.
Well, call this roll, and then everybody else roll after that.
All right.
Okay.
God, flapping. I rolled a 2, so a 3.
You can take one of your luckies.
Yeah, but we might need that for actually talking with the guy.
I kid you not, I also rolled a 2.
I rolled a nat 20, baby.
I got a 15.
Okay. Well, Caldus doesn't hear or notice anything. The man with whom you are speaking, or should say who is speaking to the Duke, he stops talking as soon as he hears the door open, and he looks up from what he was doing, and he eyes you suspiciously. Luya recognizes the guy as the man you saw last night, with the lightning bolt scar on his face.
Oh. Okay. So the guy who ran past us, that guy?
Yes.
Ha-ha! Okay.
The Duke says to the man clearly, "We will discuss this later. Return to your duties."
Oh, shit.
You're not gonna laugh at that one, Psyche? You said duties.
I don't laugh at the poop stuff. That's
I
Diz.
almost did.
That is Diz's domain.
It's Luca. He does the poop things. I just laugh at the jokes.
Oh, yeah.
Diz is like, look, yes, I like poop, but please stop talking about that. Please. I told you all that in confidence.
Hey, man, I'm not a scat, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's like
God
freaking
damn it.
Cult of the Lamb all over. Oh, Bevan, you died the other day, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
you're dead.
We'll
I'm
resurrect
sure
you.
I didn't do any good work for you because lazy is one of my traits.
That's true.
Lazy, non-believer.
Oh.
I'm like, wow, you got me in one.
But so if the Duke is waiting for us to say something, I suppose Coldus can begin with like kind of getting everyone's attention and addressing the Duke.
Yeah.
Once again, thank you, Your Majesty, for the lovely feast. It was spectacular, as only someone of your caliber could produce for us. And then he'll do a slight bow. We do, if it pleases you, we do have information of the utmost importance about the coming days that we wish to discuss.
Very well. What is it you wish to discuss? He laces his fingers together and puts them in front of his mouth, his expression bordering on unreadable.
You want to talk about this in the middle of a hallway? Is that where you're at the top upstairs, or are we in the room already?
No, you're in the room.
We're in the
okay, my bad.
room.
You're in his presence.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I will begin kind of stealing his nerves, and like he puts on that steely-eyed, but like the getting shit done face, like that look he takes in the middle of combat, where it's like, I'm processing everything super fast, I'm getting everything done, let's go. But he focuses.
Before Caldus gets going too far, I see this coming, and I touch his shoulder and lean into his ear and mention that was the guy I chased yesterday. Just like whisper it, hey, that's the guy I chased yesterday. And then just kind of go back and just looking at the Duke again. Just hopefully he doesn't hear it.
So thinks about that for a moment. That makes sense.
Roll a stealth check.
Okay, here we go. I figured. I got this. Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
On decks. Let's go.
Oh.
I rolled a 12 plus 4. That's 16.
You're not proficient in stealth?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I am. So plus 4, isn't it? And then 3. So plus 7. Sorry, 7. Plus 7.
Okay.
Yeah, my bad. So 19. Thank you.
Yee. Of all people, you're the sneakiest.
He narrows his eyes at you and he says, if there's something that you would like to say to your friends in my presence, you can say it to me.
No, I'm just gonna say no. It wasn't pertaining to our conversation. Just something I needed to tell him from earlier. Nothing important.
My apologies. My apologies. It would seem that we came across that individual last night, and my associates here was just informing me of such the situation. At the time, we did not know the individual. It was a bit of happenstance that we stumbled across each other in the middle of the evening. But that information is small potatoes to what we have to speak about. My group and I, for the last few months, have been working on a mission from, okay, out of character because I'm just terrible with the names. What country sent us on this mission?
Novendrock.
Thank you.
Where am I from again?
Hey, there's a lot of names, okay? And I've got all of my own lore stuck in here, so I'm sorry.
Who am I? Why am I here?
Who am I? Where am I? What? But, no, so. We have been sent on a mission by the Novendraki military, of which I am a general of, to aid in the protection and ultimate victory of Myland over the coming Imperial invasion. As such, we are aware that the coming siege that is on its way will not just be Imperial forces. They will also be bolstered by the strength of the local orc tribes, many of which have come together, forming one large coalition of orcs. And together with the forces of the Empire and the forces of these orcs, they plan to lay siege and ultimate victory over the city of Risha. We have been following leads. We have been attempting to quell any possible infiltrations and make sure that the threads that we have followed that would indicate a powerful ooze creature, an ooblex, that is connected to the Empire. It would seem that this creature has already infiltrated the city and has its agents working. We have eliminated some of them. We are trying to follow every avenue possible to make sure that this city stays the powerful, protected location that it is. We wish to make ourselves available to you and anything that your defenses may know that is kept secret from the people. Our ultimate goal is the same as yours. We want this city to stay safe, to stay protected, and to continue living on. We want this nation to exist for many more years. Please, allow us any information you can, or allow us to be your hands as we face this coming threat together.
Yes. Why are you so interested in my city?
Oh, pardon. We were actually sent to help. We are, the Ray Marin, and Colette will show her mark. We were sent here, quite a while back, actually. Sorry, Coldest, you can take it away. Colette, like, steps back a little.
I think this whole time Corbin is just sitting there doing math in their head, like, alright, I think my parents were Marquesses, which makes me an Earl. Dukes are above them. Are we related?
The real nobility experience. How? Wait.
And if so, like, is it really distant? We don't look alike.
Are you my cousin? But, so Coldest will say, our inclusion in affairs was asked by the Queen. Out of character.
Janice.
Queen Janice. I'm making sure it was actually... Guys, yes, I have notes. I can't go all the way back in my notes in the middle of a monologue, okay? I'm sorry.
No,
Janice
listen,
Fort.
you're already on top of it more than we are. Don't worry, it's a lot of lore.
Yeah. Like, I wanted to make sure it was the Queen of Mylan.
Yeah.
Is the one who sent us on this mission. That's why we're
the
even
Queen
here.
of Novendrock. The Queen of
Novendrock.
The Queen of
sent us.
Mylan, to the best of your knowledge, is captured and no longer a player in the current conflict.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you. That's the point of me asking. But we were sent here at the behest of the Queen of Novendrock to aid our support, as we are, as my companion Colette mentioned, we are the Raymarin. We are marked by a god. We have a special purpose in order to keep the balance of the world and the fate that lies before all of us. That is why we care about your city as much as we do.
I once had a marked one as a servant. This man lived and died in my court. For most of his life, you would not know that what he would one day become. Because he was held above reproach by all, including myself. He then tried to assassinate me in cold blood after he had gained my full faith and credit. And I killed him without hesitation, vowing to never trust anyone based solely on the faith of some god.
Well,
Certainly not if that god is not my own.
Yes, that's very valid, but to be fair, they are destined for greatness, not necessarily goodness. Great things can be terrible as well.
Okay,
You took the words right out of my mouth.
I love
So
that line.
So tell me, why should I trust that you have been sent by the Queen? I have no proof.
No, fair, you do not have any proof. However, I don't think you would have allowed us in this far if you thought us evil or bad or cruel.
You'd be surprised.
Oh.
Well,
Oh,
in addition, trying to keep things focused, in addition to official documentation from the Queen of Novendrak, we also have spent time aiding a small village, Rendikberg, bringing as many of their fighting soldiers here to help in the war effort. We have been attempting to stop other malicious forces from interfering and consuming resources that would better be left in the protection of the city and the people of Myland. At any time, we could have gone if we were malicious, and we could have abandoned everyone here. We could have aided the Empire if we so desired. We did not. I believe that speaks for something.
You mentioned documentation. Do you have that with you?
Yes, I do. I will reach into my bag, pull out my book that I keep all of the various notes and such. And between the pages, I have that letter from the Queen that we have, our official seal and such. And I will then give it to an attendant who I would assume would give it to them. No, give it to him, I should say.
He begins to unfold the document and look at it with old, yet not old, eyes. He looks up at you. This is signed by the cousin of the Queen herself.
We've been sent here by the royal family to aid in the protection of this fine nation that you have here. Please take our word. We want to help you.
He turns to the soldier standing to his right. Carl, you didn't mention that they had brought soldiers of their own. The one called Carl looks up from his guard post and looks over to his left, looks ahead and nods. Have the soldiers that have been provided been seen to and distributed to the army and the garrison as would be appropriate? Carl nods. Yes, my lord. Well then, you have my attention. Roll a persuasion check, however.
All right.
With advantage.
Awesome. You know what? Let me look for what is the closest thing I have to a gray D20. Let's try and channel some Coldus energy into here and be thematic, shall we?
get your coldest on.
All right. I'm not proficient, but I have +4 from charisma. So let's see what happens. All right, that is a dirty 20.
And you have my ear. So, with this information that you've brought, What are your thoughts on the upcoming events? Do you believe that there is going to be an invasion soon?
I do. All signs say that the coming invasion is going to be unlike anything that we've ever seen. As far as the physical force, as you, I am sure, are well aware, the Empire boasts a powerful militant force of its own, but combined with the potential savagery of multiple orc groups working together, their numbers are... There is both quality and quantity that we have to deal with, as well as there have been reports of other cities falling because of the influence of the smoke breathers before the army even gets there. That is my primary concern. I fear that there may already be individuals inside your own court who are conspiring against you and planning to overthrow and eliminate all of the leadership of the city in order to weaken defenses and make this final bastion of Myland the final grave site of Myland.
Son, do you know how many times this city has seen siege?
Can't say that I do.
147 times. Do you know how many times it has fallen?
0.
You're correct. I'm sure that this will be the greatest siege force that you have yet to see. But I am not certain that it is the greatest siege force that I have ever seen.
Well, that may be true. Please allow me to say this. Do not rest on your laurels. Yes, this may be a smaller force than those you've repelled. I am aware of your reputation. You have held this city and protected it for a very long time. But with every battle, you must expect that it could be the last. If, for even just a moment, you are not fighting with everything you have, it could be your last. I learned that many times in my own short time on this planet. If we do not put our full effort into eliminating the siege, then everything, the long-standing history of this place, will be for naught. It will be lost to time.
Then what do you propose we do?
Hey, really quick, I have something. I want a me question. I apologize. I don't mean to interrupt.
Okay.
I think Luya would have put together now too that we came up through tunnels in this under the city, and it doesn't seem like the military knew anything about them. But he hasn't discussed it with Caldus at all ever. Like we haven't sat and went, if somebody could attack through here and totally wipe out the defenses from the inside. And I don't know if Luya would have gotten that far in it, but I think, being a noble at one point and protecting his own home, he probably would have. So I'm at a little loss here if I should bring that kind of thing up into this. Because that's a danger, yeah?
Well, what do you think?
I think he should, but I don't want to say it. I don't want to just blurt it out in the middle of what's going on. Like,
you could roll. I don't know, insight? To be like, hey, is this a good thing? Like maybe wisdom or something?
Or you can just blur it
My problem is,
works to
my problem is I don't think I'm convincing enough to do it. I think Caldas could actually convince the guy of it, but if I said it to him, maybe Caldas would have to take over. I guess if you want me to roll it, that's fine.
Well, roll an insight check.
Okay, insight coming up. Let's look at here. Okay, I got. Oh, crap! Wow, great. I rolled a 6, so I guess it doesn't really much matter. Insight is wisdom, right? So
Okay.
8.
So you feel an overwhelming urge to say something that comes to your mouth, that comes to your brain. And
Yeah.
you say it, I suppose.
Just kind of blurt it out there. Okay. So like, excuse me, but I think you have a huge flaw in your city, and this is gonna go off terribly. I can tell by this. I think this is the way you would say it. You have a big hole. We came into your city through a gaping hole in the ground. Yes, I'm saying it on purpose like that.
It was giant and
Yeah, it was pretty big.
Sorry, sir, but you have a giant gaping hole problem.
I believe an army could come in through these passages below your city and overrun your defenses rather easily from the inside. I'm pretty sure that would go over poorly. Just all blurted out like that too.
Oh, you know of something that I am not aware of.
And then I look at Caldas like, sorry. My bad. I think we should probably bring this up since he's not believing us.
Just taking a deep breath. Yes, we've seen it ourselves. There's an entire expansive network of tunnels leading throughout the city. We even found a sealed tomb that had the corpse of a dragon inside of it.
No.
His eyebrows go up and he
We don't have to
stares
tell
at you.
everything.
He stares at you, a look of vague incredulity on his face.
He don't believe us. He don't believe us, guys. He don't believe us.
I think the opposite. I think he does believe
No,
us.
I think dropping the dragon card, that's why I did it.
Cause isn't there like a rumor that like he's the one who got the powers of the dragon or something?
You
Oh.
Yeah.
Like maybe he already knows this shit?
did what?
We need to stop oversharing. I know we've been through trauma, but still.
No, this is the point. If we don't tell him everything, I have a feeling a lot
We
of
know, you
lot
know
of
that
bad's
we
gonna
know.
happen. But
I could also just... No, maybe we should just have Mew stay quiet. Never mind. Just kidding.
No. What are you thinking of doing?
if you have something you want to say,
Okay. Mew just kind of like peeks over and she just says, just because you've never seen a hole doesn't mean it doesn't exist. We found a hole. You didn't find the hole. You gotta believe us. The hole is there. Okay?
Colette is dying.
It is there. Jeez.
Okay, he gestures to all of his guards. Leave.
Oh.
okay.
as the guards leave the room and all of the doors to the chamber close, you did what?
We went down into the vault beneath the city. We were under the assumption that there was a terrifying beast down in there that the enemy was attempting to release. We were going to stop it.
By what
we
right
found.
did you enter that tomb?
We were allowed there.
We dealt combat against the genie, or against the Jinn, I should say, and we surpassed his test. We were allowed in. What we found was the Ooblex and its, well, not the whole Ooblex, but its interlopers, the people that it controls. They were already in there, attempting to find whatever power the vault had. We eliminated them, thankfully. But what we
Already
found,
saving your city, by the way. Sorry.
They would have
He's done now.
died in that tomb if left to their own devices. There should have been no way out except for one. How did you escape?
Because we're awesome. Oh, sorry.
Thank you for the levity. I am under stress right now.
You say a lot of things that are finite and shouldn'ts and shoulds. However, the truth is that we did make it out, and you say they would have never left, but if we were able to, and as I suspect you were able to, it is a possibility.
I am able to leave the tomb as I please, as it is mine by right. I built it. You, on the other hand, had no right to enter into that sacred burial ground of that horrible, horrible thing that you found down there.
Well, but if a few days ago when we showed up with all these problems and you had talked to us then rather than waited all this time and left us to our own devices to go and try and solve the problem ourselves, maybe we wouldn't be here.
That
Also-
problem.
Are you related to Marsha Blur?
He ignores the question. The problem would not have been a problem had you not set foot in there in the first place. I am
That's what I'm
certain.
saying.
I am certain that they would not have escaped.
It's not really the point, though, is it? You have a weakness in your city that you're supposedly defending against all others and an incoming siege. I'm pretty sure your enemy already knows about the hole in the middle of the city that
we're
just lets in
certain.
whoever comes in and out.
Well, and then Corbin breaks in again, still kind of rude, but this one a bit more, serious. And look, if 5 randos were able to just show up and do all this stuff that you're kind of freaking out about, imagine what, a malicious group would have done.
And we know they were malicious because we found the notes on their bodies.
Well, I was talking about us, friend, but thank you.
You're welcome. We found them, and we found the notes and how they were meeting with the orcs, and who knows if they've gotten this far, how far they can go. If they already know these things and they know about the tunnels underneath, what have we not discovered? I understand you're upset, but we're here to help and not harm. Would someone who wished to harm you come into your own lair and be honest with you about these things when we know you're powerful? We are certainly not here to hurt you. You need to be honest with us so we can help. Even gods have died. What makes you think that you can survive the 148th siege when you already don't know everything that's going on in your own town?
You assume that I didn't know of these interlopers to which you refer.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Rose, from here. You knew they were under us this whole time and you didn't do anything about it?
Oh shit.
I have a family here. Are you serious?
I voted for you.
Oh no.
I passed out leaflets. 2 weekends gone.
I pledge allegiance to the flag every day.
I got your text message about donating $10 and I did it.
One of your
I
stupid
paid my-
telemarketer people called me during dinner the other day, and I actually answered their survey. Corinne had that happen. They kept her on the phone for like 45 minutes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
She's a good person.
I know.
I paid my goddamn taxes to you.
Those folks that you supposedly slaughtered, they were going to be imprisoned under the watch of my guards. I knew about them, and that man that you saw leave, he was to follow them, and then he found their bodies in the tomb. Now we don't know anything about them.
Your guards you trust so much that you had to kick out while you were talking to us about the thing you were going to have them guard.
Oh.
My guards, so that they don't see what I'm capable of, should it come to that.
To be fair, some of your guards are perverts. I don't know if you're aware of that.
They are perverts.
At the very least, they're easily fooled.
What kind of rinky-dink operation are we running over here?
When you are so powerful that you are never defeated, you grow comfortable and things can slip through.
Hubris is a hell of a drug.
All I'm saying is that the only way into that chamber was through a supposedly recently broken in door that you had no business going into. The guards that those creatures, whatever they were, that you killed, would have been under our custody. And how dare you try and suggest that I don't care about the people of this city, looking directly at Rose. I could have burned this place to the ground and left it for dead if I wanted to.
Oh, how gracious.
The absence of malice does not mean the evidence of caring and benevolence.
The people in this city have been safe for thousands and thousands of years under my guardianship.
Apparently not with those things underneath us.
Those things would have died or been tortured until death, or they would have faced judgment of the gods.
Well, they're dead now. So here we are.
They're dead, and we don't know a damn thing about them.
Look, we're not getting anywhere going by our emotions. Let's think of this logically. Worst case scenario, the city is sieged and everyone dies and it's awful and you finally meet your match. Best case scenario, we're just being overprotective and extra cautious. There is less to lose if you listen to us than if you don't. I will gladly be thought of a fool and be wrong, and not have these people who you do seem to care about perish.
I believe you. I believed you from the moment that you told me who you were and why you were here. But I do not know that I can trust you if you are willing to flout the order of the city in the name of doing what you deem to be correct. Because of your interference, we don't have those prisoners in our custody, and we don't know what their plan is, besides just general malicious intervention. If they had been allowed to live, we would know what they were going to do eventually.
If they had been, if we had gone down there, you'd have never known they were there.
I knew they
nobody
were
was
there.
down there.
Sorry, don't mean to get in between the testosterone going on, but we actually do know what they were planning on doing. They were planning on meeting someone, and we went there where the meeting place was, and we learned things, and we can tell you all about it. But we're not dumb. We followed up on it. Gods.
Well, we're a little dumb.
Corbin has been kind of like
Wow.
inching towards the door because he doesn't feel like hanging out with a guy who feels like being Mr. Big Man and not taking anybody's advice. So Corbin hasn't left yet, but he's really like that teenager at a party who's like a family party who's like, can we just go?
You mortals don't seem to understand the game that you're playing. Not fully. There are things going on in this city that even you don't understand with all of your plans and all of your interloping.
Then by all means, enlighten us. Who are you to call us mortals? Are you a god? Are you beyond that of the mortal coil? Do you think yourself so powerful, so caught in your own arrogance that you can't die?
Of course not. That is not what I'm saying. But you presume me a fool by telling me that I don't know what's going on in my city when I knew about whatever it is you're dealing with. The man that came into this chamber to discuss with me before I shoot him out was telling me exactly what you just told me. Minus the part about the supposed information that you found on their bodies, as there was nothing there.
Man, I have an idea that would make everybody in this group not my friend anymore.
Just kill him really quick.
No.
Let's take him over.
Not all. No, this is table talk. Not all the Ubleks are dead. We know one.
Yeah, we know that.
Don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
I
protecting
thought
her.
that. I thought that. I am not
no.
I'm not throwing that card on this table.
The genie allowed him through the door. Those folks through the door, under strict recommendation from myself. They would not have gotten back out. They didn't best him in any kind of contest as you claim to have done. They walked in unimpeded and would not have been allowed out under penalty of death.
I mean, we didn't even go out through the genie door.
Yes, I'm aware of that. You would not have been allowed out that way either.
Well, again, the other guys probably might not have gone out through the genie door.
Your point?
Well, you're assuming, you're like, there's two ways out of this room, and if they had tried to go out one of those two ways, it wouldn't have happened.
Well, considering the fact that there is only one other way out, and considering the fact that, according to my scout, there is no body in the chamber, I would like to know what happened to it.
Well, we put the tooth back in the mouth. And it's gone.
Oh. Above table. After we removed the fang the last time, didn't the corpse dissolve and like break into blue sand?
Well, that was when we put the tooth back in.
Yeah.
When we put it all back together.
Yeah, I'm thinking we just don't tell him that. We don't
No,
know.
he
I mean,
knows.
No,
He
that's
knows
what
it's
he just
gone.
asked,
Yeah.
right? Teeth?
Alright.
Like, did he just ask about the dragon
Yeah, he
corpse
wants to
not
know
being there
Yes,
anymore?
the dragon corpse is not there anymore.
Yeah.
We ate it.
Well, yeah, that's a toughie.
I mean,
Okay.
honestly, Corbin's gonna be like, honestly, we really don't know either. There was a dragon corpse in there.
You know,
Roll deception at disadvantage.
I told him there was a dragon corpse already.
Well, good thing deception's one of the only things I'm good at.
I swear to God, if you pass this, I'm
Two nat 20s, let's go.
Well, I would have had a 19 and then I got a 7.
Oh.
Don't play me for a fool. What happened to the corpse?
We returned the tooth to the corpse of the beast and it fell apart into sand.
That doesn't sound right.
Listen, just because you've lived a long time doesn't mean you know everything.
No,
it's what we saw.
seriously, roll a
Remembering check?
a history check, I guess.
Okay. Who do you want? Me? Somebody else?
Call this because you're the one who said it.
Gotcha. Burning a luck for that.
Yeah, this is when we use luck.
Yeah, this is when we do my shit. Okay, history check. That is a 15.
Okay, that's not exactly what happened.
Let me.
Luya's file is where all of the essence is,
Gotcha.
Are we gonna?
and that resulted in the thing being
Right, all of the energy was pulled into the file, and then the corpse fell apart. Do I tell him that?
Do you?
I think.
I don't think he's bad.
I think we have the power of his power. Like we have his battery.
But didn't it also
I don't
have
know.
your mark on it?
It did.
So,
It sure did.
so this could be something we bring up.
Yeah.
He'll just hate me.
Murderous. Hard.
Yeah, I think he's about to murder us.
If we fight him, we fight him. Let's see what happens.
Well, we fight him.
I don't,
I don't know.
want us to fight him.
His
I think
gourds-
he's a good guy.
I also
If we
don't
fight
want
him. Luya drinks the vial, goes Super Saiyan.
We should not be drinking liquids we don't know about.
But all right.
That's
So
what Corvin does every time he walks into a bar.
and that's how the Mojita was born.
Sorry? What?
So, we invented mojitos in this world. Mojitos.
Because I was drinking a lot of mojitos
Yeah.
that day.
And it was named the Mojita in this world.
Yeah. Yes.
Iconic. Thank you. I will never call it anything else.
Yes, they are Mojitas. Thank you. So Coldus kind of angry. Say, instead of the we put the tooth in and it turned to dust. The file bearer gesturing to Luya, using a mystic file that we had that had his mark of the god on it, went up to the creature's corpse, absorbed its essence, and then it fell apart. Luya, pull out the vial.
I pull it out of almost nowhere. Not like a trick, but like, whoop, whoop. This guy? He's talking about this right here? Yeah, like that. Whoop. And then puts it back.
Yeah.
Bring that to me.
Why would I do that?
Because I could have you killed or kill you without a moment's notice.
Luya, show him the vial and show him your mark.
Why do you want it so bad?
I don't want it. I want to see it.
Well, look with your eyes. That was Corvin. Look with your eyes.
Oh,
But
no.
Lugia, you can still, approach him, but
All right.
He glares at you, and his eyes burn almost like hot silver.
I think he's gonna shoot lasers between your face.
so remember when
I dressed up nice for this.
Remember when Colette said, people who are used to not getting their butts kicked are really cocky about it?
Yeah.
You've got two of them arguing right
Yeah.
Oh no.
You will remain silent for the remainder of this meeting, or I will have you killed.
Which one of us is he talking to?
Corbin.
Probably
Okay.
Corbin.
I use sending to tell Rose that he's talking to me.
I will step in. As a member of my party, they are free to speak. All of us are here having this conversation now.
You do not get to tell me who gets to speak in the presence of the Duke of the Breachlands. You are in my domain, you are here on my good graces, and I welcome you. But if I hear another uncouth remark come from his mouth, and come from their mouth, and I have heard more than a few this night, then there will be no negotiation. Do I make myself clear?
Well, so far we haven't really negotiated anything. It's just been you telling us.
Negotiation as to his life, or their life, sorry.
The Duke stands pronouns.
If the Duke's
At
saying
least, you know.
his, if the Duke wants to get the pronouns wrong, I mean, the Duke can be
The
an
Duke's
asshole.
trying.
I'm trying to not be an asshole, okay? The Duke is not, believe it or not, the Duke is really not an asshole.
I
Oh,
know,
okay.
which is why this is frustrating.
We're making him an asshole. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Colette's gonna try and mediate, okay? Just we're all gonna calm down. Colette goes up to Luya, puts her hand on his shoulder. Will you please hand me the vial, Luya?
Leah looks at Colette. And looks at the Duke. Pulls out the file and smacks it on the desk in front.
Oh, I thought you were going to say throws it on the ground, and I was like,
It just crushes
There's no
Oh
desk
my
there.
God.
You're in
Well,
a
I thought I was gonna. Okay,
Just
I was
hand
just
it to me,
gonna put it
yeah,
down
yeah.
hard.
and
All right, I'll find it. Hand it over then.
Okay.
you smack it into his hand. Corvin summons a greater demon.
No,
Let's fucking go.
No, Colette, no, we're gonna mediate, and we're not gonna fight. Okay.
I'm not. The greater demon's gonna fight, and then I'm gonna cast invisibility
Oh
and
my
then
God.
use Misty Step.
Okay.
Wait, so we're fighting?
No,
Wait,
we're not
No, we're
fighting.
not. We're not fighting.
Colette, is
real talk. You would regret it.
yeah, we're not doing that.
Yes.
We're not doing that. Colette's gonna go up to him, but she's not gonna hand it to him. She's just going to get it closer so he may look at it.
His mouth drops slightly, and as he sees the swirling blue smoke contained within the phial. By the scales of Bareth, it's true.
You're welcome, sir. No, I'm just kidding.
My lord, I understand that powerful immortal beings, such as the god I serve and commune with, Lucius, sometimes feel they have seen everything under the sun. But I believe there are still new things to witness and new allies to be formed. And I believe it the duty of the educated to educate those who do not know what is going on. The more you inform us, the more we may help you. But we cannot help you if we are threatened.
So stop being a dick.
No,
Okay.
yeah, not now!
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Pulse punches him in the arm. Stop that.
He regains most of his composure, although he still seems a bit almost in awe of what he's seeing. So, it is true. Well, though I would like very much to be in possession of that which you own, it is not for me to question the will of the gods. You may hold on to that, although at a future date I would wish to discuss what to do with what is contained within there. However, for the sake of all of the people in this city, I must ask that you are incredibly careful with what is contained in that file.
Colette does a little curtsy and walks back and hands it to Luya.
Now,
And
you heard it.
if you don't mind my saying, you probably shouldn't be carrying that around on your person like loose change.
Do you care to tell us what lies in that vial? What is it? What do you know?
Well, roll a persuasion check.
Another dirty 20.
Yeah, baby.
Can I trust that you will not repeat a word of what is said here to any outside of this room?
Yes. You have our
You do.
word.
Very well. Thousands and thousands of years ago, the city was not but a wind-battered mountain by the ocean side. A people who were fleeing from the wrath of their angry god, with the assistance of their guardians, found this land unwanted by many due to its harsh nature. They tilled the earth. They broke the stone. They smelted the sands into glass. And they created a home from it. Their guardians were the blue dogs. And at the head of these dogs was the king of dogs. At long last, these people had found a place where they could call their own, but their god was not done with them yet. With bloody vengeance, she returned the blue dragon, known only as Snoxay, returned to the people whom had forsaken her. She rained down the storms of the ocean, of the bay, of the gulf. She brought terror, lightning, fire from the sky, hail. she brought death. And these people cowered at the sight of her, thinking that they had left her forever. Finally, the King of Dogs had seen from the top of the mountain that which had plagued him and his people for so long. He returned from his long slumber and vowed to never leave the people alone again. He did battle with the evil blue dragon and vanquished her. He built a tomb for her, not to honor her, but to ward off those who would seek to revive her. Those who would seek to wield her power again. The way was sealed and forgotten by all except those whom the King of Dogs trusted. And her power was began to be siphoned off, chipped away, eroded like stone beneath the endless pressures of time and water. You may have guessed this already, but the King of Dogs is not simply a metaphor, but a real thing. The dragon that guards this city. And he is not simply a dragon, but I am he.
What? Colette doesn't say that. Colette doesn't say that.
Coldest called it. He also does not say that. But Coldest has such a shit-eating grin on his face right now. Like, knew it. But then he focuses again.
Colette's eyes get really wide as she realized she scolded a dragon. So that's cool.
I have sat here in vigil for thousands of years, hoping to never let those bones be dug up and slowly siphoned away the body of my sister. Had it not been for a simple twist of fate, perhaps we would not be so different. Maybe I would even be sitting at her side as a dragon priest beneath the powerful tame wheel whose name has been forgotten and whose power has been shattered. But instead, I sit at the right hand of the god Bareth.
Oh, shit! What?
As one of his holy warriors, hoping to protect the world from the terror of those hideous, hideous dragon priests. You, whether you intended to or not, have stumbled into something that is older than the city of Risha itself. And a power that is greater than mine, and perhaps even my liege's.
And I do not know what to say to that. Coldest is just doing a whole bunch of math in his brain, like this, because Tame Wheel rings a bell, because that was like the forgotten god in the temple,
the
where
temple
it was.
we went across.
Yeah, in
Pinwheel is the in-universe equivalent of Tiamat, basically.
yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and like, because we learned about Tamwheel and stuff, where we also learned about the blade that could kill the gods, and how each of the dragon priests had a shard. And am I remembering that correctly, Teeth?
That's correct.
Wait, weren't we passing through? That's where you met me, like passing through.
Yeah, that's where we met you.
Okay.
Realizing she is in the presence of one of the right-hand creatures of the gods, Colette's gonna kneel. Cause she didn't realize,
she is the cleric.
Yeah. She's gonna kneel, My utmost apologies for our crass words. However, you must know that we meant them out of a passion for protection of the city, and were unaware of whom we spoke with.
You knew that you were speaking to a duke, so I think that you had an inkling of how much power I wield, but you can be forgiven for not knowing the full truth, as there are very few, if any, in this city who know besides you. And it is not for me to decide what happens with that power, as it is in your possession. He nods towards Luya. You, marked one, have come into a great power, the likes of which has not been seen on this earth since before the stones that built this city were first hewn from the mountain.
I'll be sure to care for it.
Please
I
do.
have so far.
If others knew about what you carried and how much it was worth, I have no doubt that you would be pursued to the ends of the earth itself.
The chamber pot digging guys got it.
Yeah. I posted it in our group chat that of all people, freaking Luya gets it.
They would never expect me anyways. I'm just some little dank looking rogue, Perfect.
No.
So-
we would suspect you.
Not you, what you guys did. Sorry.
So, Raymer,
Sorry.
keep this knowledge secret, and keep the article in your possession under constant vigilance and guard.
Go hide it in a chamber pot.
I mean, who's gonna look?
No!
Listen. If people know where his hands have been, would they really try to take that away from him?
That's true. That's true.
Fair question, but the answer is still probably yes.
You missed when I decided that Luya cleans his hands by licking his fingers off.
I would have found it though. So
The power could not be kept from you. Now, as to the defense of the city. We have received further word from the guard who had been dismissed that there have been sightings of Advarian soldiers marching from the north and from the west as we speak. They're still a few days' journey away, but they are coming, and they are coming in numbers that have not been seen in the south in centuries, if not millennia. The Avarians seem to want to take the full force of take the city by force. And I do believe that at some point you should meet with Manden, as she is known, the cousin to the queen, as she is taking refuge in the city as we speak. But as of right now, to protect her, not that I doubt that you would be discreet, but the fewer people know where she is, the better.
Perhaps after the forces are repelled, we could speak with her then.
Perhaps. Either way, the forces are marching. We didn't know of the orcs for sure, but our scouts in the orcish country have mentioned that they have been strangely silent, and the scouts also report far fewer numbers than we had once seen. Almost nothing at all. This does seem to corroborate your story of them gathering a force that intends to take the city. We suspected that they may try to use the tunnels beneath the city, although we weren't certain, as we weren't aware of how many people knew of these tunnels. But now we are more than confident that that is the route that they will take. As for this Oblex that you have encountered, that is news to me, and of that I don't know what to make.
We don't know where its primary body is, so we only know that it is in equal power to that of the High Avarian priests. It's best to have it on our watch. At least be aware of its existence rather than allow it to move about undetected.
I assume you mean the Valerian priests.
Oh, Valerian, sorry. The bad D&D player. Yeah.
Yes, we've heard of them. Anybody who rules a city the size of Rendickburg or larger knows of them. And knows to fear them like they fear the darkness itself. Of course, no one knows anything about them except with their general affiliation. But in terms of what we can expect from them, I'd say we can expect anything. Hence why I didn't even want my guards in here to hear what we were about to discuss.
So, where do we go from here? How do you want to play this?
We reinforce every gate with whatever we can find. Every able-bodied adult of suitable age will be asked to serve in some way, whether that is as a soldier or in some other capacity. We must be prepared for what is about to come. For too long, the people of this city have lived in relative peace. And while I would consider that a blessing in some ways, it has ill prepared us for what we are about to face. I would agree with what you have said before.
Do we have an approximate time? How far out are the observed armies from the west and the north?
3 days apiece.
So we have 2 to prepare.
Yes.
I have an odd proposal about the defense of the caves.
What is your proposal?
What do you know about the Sons of the Sunless?
Oh, shit.
I've heard tale of them. They are drow that live beneath our cities who have been driven from their homeland.
Yes. In traveling through the tunnels, we came across them. We did not do battle. We were able to speak with them. Forgive me for what I'm about to say. I had agreed to get them out of the city quietly and discreetly so that they could go about and exist in their own wherever they choose to go. But we have not gotten them out yet. They still live in the tunnels. They are still a fighting force that know the tunnels well. Do you think perhaps we could convince them to aid us, and in doing so, you would let them leave the city without fear of being attacked on the way out?
I will do this in exchange for the knowledge that they possess.
Seems like a fair trade. They help defend the tunnels that they currently exist in. They tell you what they know, and then they leave free without the worry of execution coming down upon them. We have contacts with their leader. We will speak with him at once.
Send him to my chambers. You have my word that he shall not be harmed in any capacity, and he will be treated with the utmost respect and dignity that I can afford.
I'm really surprised you remembered all that, dude. That's really good. Wow. Sorry.
It's been on both my mind and Caldas' mind for a while. He's been stressed about that little nugget.
Yeah.
So this is an easy, like, oh, sweet, I can use that. Okay, awesome. All our cards. So, what would you have of us? We are a powerful enough strike team. We could move out, attempt to overrun their leadership, at least of one of the armies. Or we could stay here, shore things up. We have a powerful wizard capable of eliminating multiple enemies at once. We have multiple people trained in hand-to-hand combat, as well as a healer and excellent distraction. What would you have of us?
It would not do to have you take out their leadership, as we have not even been able to infiltrate their ranks ourselves. I have no doubt that they would be able to sniff out any kind of dissent among them. The Advarian forces are among the most well-trained and disciplined men and women in the entire world, perhaps the most. You will defend the city, or you are free to leave if you so choose. You've already offered your services and have done them admirably.
Well, I don't think you know us well enough if you think we would ever leave.
At that, he gives a slight smile. I'd hoped that you would say that. You will, instead, inform all of our bases around the city of what you have told me. And you will using that knowledge, you will direct your own forces, as well as a few others that have been granted to you. I will see that Colonel Johan knows that you are in charge of the southernmost base of operations in the city. You are his direct superior.
That shit-eating grin is back. Excellent. But Coldus prepares himself and it's like, all right. At once we'll move out. We will contact the leader of the Sons of the Sunless. We will go about bringing him here, and then going to all of the bases and making sure everyone is in full fighting form.
Very well. With that, I would recommend that you be as vigilant as possible. We still don't know who or what these Valerian priests are or what they are capable, or that which they are capable of. They are a force to be reckoned with, to be sure, but I believe that we have something that they don't.
And that is?
We have the marks of the divine among us.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, that's us!
And then the camera pans to the six of us standing all cool.
Anachronistic punk rock.
Yeah, and then the credits roll as the camera goes off out of a window into the horizon, watching over armies marching in the far distance.
And it's funny you mentioned that because it is officially time for us to end the session. Tune in 2 weeks from now, folks. We're going to have a bit of a hiatus because we are moving. We will resume D&D, I believe, the 29th. And we will post updates if we can get it back any sooner. Thank you all so much for joining us. What a freaking great and amazing session.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, this was good.
Next time, tune in to see us try and save a city. Goodbye, y'all.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. So, what's gonna happen? Are we actually gonna be able to save a city from the greatest siege it's ever seen? Or will it fall? Tune in next time. Oh, and as always, may Lucius guide thee. Farewell.